She's a dirty porridge thief. And we're all just meant to be okay with this.
G'day, you cheeky dogs. Today we are breaking down the Bluey Minisode Goldilocks. There were a lot of hilarious jokes in this for adults, and it yet again brought up the question of whether or not humans exist, or at least used to exist in the Bluey world. But before we get into it, as always, don't forget to hit that like button down below if you love Bandit's crazy renditions of stories, as well as that subscribe button and that bell for notifications so you know whenever I release another Bluey video.
And Mama Bear's all like, what did I just say? I told you, wait till it's cooled down. You didn't say that.
This minisode, I think, was a lot of fun to watch as a parent because of the jokes. The main one, of course, being about how no one ever really listens to mum.
But no one was listening.
But it did also have some pretty big themes, like parents separating because of miscommunication, and how arguing in front of your child can really affect them.
And it's Mama Bear. She's shouting, I'm going to stay with my sisters. And Daddy Bear's all like, look, Daniel, we can figure this out. And Baby Bear's all like, stop fighting.
Of course, this theme has been brought up before in episodes like Floor is Lava, about the idea of how children interpret how their parents are fighting and squabbling and how it can really affect them. So I do love that they constantly kind of like throw this in there because it is something that does happen in real life. Parents do fight, and miscommunication is the main reason why.
Mama Bear's getting stuck into him, and Daddy Bear's like, calm down, Tanya. And Baby Bear's like, stop it! Stop fighting!
So again, it's just them sort of showing or highlighting something that happens in parents' lives, I think. And again, it really helps to normalize how much the show really is pulling on real-world aspects of parenting and family situations.
Anyway, this went on all morning until Mum stormed out and Dad ran after her going, I'm sorry, baby, come back.
Now, of course, we did get a happy ending, though, in this minisode with Mama Bear, aka Tanya, being back in love with Daddy Bear, aka Gerald.
And Mama Bear's all over Daddy Bear going, oh, you are awesome, Gerald, like really manly and heroic. And he's like, oh, yeah, thanks, babe.
And again, this is another reference to Gerald, who keeps coming up in multiple episodes, like Hammerbarn and Fairy Tale.
Oh, hello, Hecuba. My name's Gerald.
What do you want, Stripe? Brad, Gerald, whatever your name is.
And it turns out Gerald is actually a reference to Dave McCormack, who is the voice actor of Bandit. And that is because it is Who's Gerald, which is a band that Dave McCormack was in before he was in Custard. And Custard, of course, is constantly getting shout-outs in Bluey. So at least we finally have that mystery solved as to who is Gerald.
Hey, Gerald doesn't have a shovel.
Mama Bear hits the roof. She's like, Gerald, be a man for once in your life. Do something.
As for our human man mystery, it continues with this minisode. Bandit references man in this, with the bears no longer wanting to live like a human or like man.
They decided that houses and porridge and clothes and the ways of man really wasn't for them anymore.
And again, this is sort of similar to what Bingo did in her little song, One Man Went to Mow.
One man went to mow a meadow. One man and his dog went to mow a meadow.
I have actually done an evolution and parallel world theory before about Bluey's universe as a way of explaining how humans may have existed. So if you are interested in checking that out, I'll leave a link for it up here as well as in the comment section down below. But I do think that it is possible that at some stage, perhaps man and his best friend, the dogs, did live alongside each other.
Check this out. We're dogs, kid. We all have a place in the pack.
And that's why Bandit or Bingo continuously reference it. But I would like to know what you cheeky dogs think. Do you think that humans exist in the Bluey world? And could they perhaps just be living in another country alongside the dogs? I want to know all your thoughts and theories down below.
Can we have a story, Dad?
Now, Bluey's voice does still sound a little bit odd in this, and I know that they are trying really hard to make sure they edit it as best that they can. And this may also explain another reason why Season 4 was pushed off to such a later date, like 2027, and why the movie will be coming out before the next season, because it is very possible that they may have to recast Bluey's voice.
No!
Because their editing for these minisodes so far has only been with very short clips of her voice, but it is still very noticeable how much older she is getting.
Can we have a story, Dad? Can you make it funny?
Now, out of this batch 3 minisodes, this one, Goldilocks, was the longest one, with it being over 3 minutes. And I did really love the music in this and how it changed midway into like a martial arts story.
So this huge karate fight starts. Everyone's kung fuing and karateing.
I really liked the use of opposites, with it being the ninja kicks, it's like being too high and too low, instead of course, like the chairs and the porridge and the beds not being quite right. I thought that was a really cute way of trying to include that into the story.
Mama Bear's ninja kicks are too high and Daddy Bear's ninja kicks are too low. So Goldilocks is winning, you know. She's a bit of a hard nut.
Now, if only my kids had found this as funny, I would probably give this little minisode 5 out of 5 long dogs because I did laugh the whole way through it. But considering that, yet again, this is one of the minisodes that my children prefer to skip because it's just too much talking and not enough showing.
Pro tip, keep it simple. Kids switch off if you talk too long.
I do kind of have to bring it down, so I'm going to give it maybe 3.5 out of 5 long dogs instead. But cheeky dogs, let me know in the comment section down below what you think of this minisode and what your favorite part of it was.
Again!
No!
Until my next video though, I have picked you out a few other videos that maybe you'd like to watch, and I'll see you all in another video. Bye!